What's going on, guys? It's the Illusionary Gentleman, and today we have a Senka deck profile, nice and fresh for the channel. I think the deck's like a mid-range control deck. It kind of reminds me of Samurais and Fire Fist in a way, because they're beast warriors, and they're primarily wind and water for now. So we start off with 3 Virtuous Shulan to draw a card. Lets you summon from the deck if you're down monsters compared to your opponent. Really unique way. Enjoy this card. You got 3 Loyal Guan Yun. If only your opponent controls a monster, it's a free extender, specials itself. You can activate it, pop a card your opponent controls, a monster. Nice quick way to even the board. He's big too, he's 25, so makes a difference. 3 Zugong, pretty cool card. Send a continuous spell or trap to the grave, you'll see more on that later. You add a Senka or Ancient Warrior spell or trap to the hand. Pretty cool. And if another Senka activates an effect, you can target an effect monster your opponent controls, negate the effect till the end phase. 2 Valiant Zhang. Another really awesome card. He says if you control 2 or more Ancient Warrior monsters, you can just special this dude. And he gains 300 attack for each of your monster your opponent controls. And if your opponent controls more monsters than you two, you can activate and just start running over stuff. He gets 2 attacks per battle phase. 1 Eccentric Lu Jing. This dude does the same thing as the other ones, as the other water one. Activate, send, add a continuous spell or trap. And when another monster activates an effect, another Senka, you can pop a back row. That's it for the Senka monsters. 3 Ash Blossoms. Let's try to stop them. I feel like this deck just needs a few stops. Make your opponent end their turn, and then you can kind of overwhelm them afterwards. 2 Ravens, 2 Fire Fist Ravens. I feel like it's a really cute tech. You get to use this, link it away, make Almirage, activate the effect, get a Fire Formation Tanky or Tensu, depending on your hand, and you go to continue from there. 3 Ancient Warrior Saga, 3 visits. This card's insane. If you normal or special during your main phase and Ancient Warrior monster, target it and get a free search for a different name. Also, if this card's sent from field to grave, aka through this guy or the other water one, you get to special a Senka monster from your hand. And then this destroys itself during the second standby phase, but, you know, it probably won't even last that long. 2 Sun Lu Alliance. Another solid card. If you control 2 different elements, you can declare an element on your opponent's board, and then they're locked out of effects for that element that turn. It's like a mini True King Calamities effect. Also, if your opponent special summons a monster except for the damage step, your monsters gain 300 attack for each Senka monster you control till the end phase. Pretty useful. 3 Tankies. Searching is nice. I don't have ultis, they're not real. 3 Tensus. The deck gets an extra normal, it really helps it. You get to start speeding up a little bit. 2 Callbys. I think Graveyard's really strong in this format, and it's really good for choking people out when they try to do extensions on their plays. 2 of the Ancient Warrior Saga. This card's really crazy for the battle phase. You activate it, and your opponent can activate spells or traps whenever your Senka's battle that turn. Until the end of the damage step, it's like a mini Armani's effect. At the start of your opponent's battle phase, you can send this to the grave, and then they cannot attack your Senka monsters that turn. Also, except for the turn this was sent to grave, you can banish it, special a Senka back. 3 Compulse, because it stops everything. 1 Red Reboot, because I don't want to lose to a Solemn Judgment. This deck really relies on its normal summon. 1 Fire Formation Yoko. If you have an extra Beast Warrior in hand, you can start popping stuff before you do your rest. 1 Upstart, play 39 cards. 1 Double or Nothing Utopia package, because there's a lot of rank 4 potential in this deck. It doesn't really go into its extra all that much. And 1 Fire Formation Ingen for some spice that you'll see in a second. There's some really nice follow-ups with Raven or Tiger King. That's it for the main deck. Let's go to the extra deck. It's a lot of whatever you want. This deck doesn't really go into the extra all that much, so I just have Gravity Controller, good spot removal, take stuff down. Nightmare Cerberus, pop a main monster zone thing. If all your monsters pop already, but it's good baiting. I'd play Nightmare Phoenix too, but I didn't have one for this video. Dweller, because, you know, Graveyard Shutting Down wins the game. Time Redoer, because he's a cool card. Utopia, Lightning if I have to. Double for the OTK. Tornado Dragon for back row. Exciting if you're ever down cards, which shouldn't happen all that often, but we'll take Tiger King. Use this, get the fusion spell, fuse into this guy. Almirage, get your Raven off the field. And I do have a Nightmare Phoenix. Yeah, the deck's going to change a lot once they get the rest of their cards, but that's pretty much it for now.